Not after Metal Gear. As we kick off a grand finals here over on Jagannatha KBBLE. We're in the top right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner. We have the blue Zerg player himself coming down from the land of the Philippines, Manila City, to be exact. He is, of course, El Conquistador, Caviar Napoleon Maquises Acampado. He is the Link Flutter. He is the Slayer of Gogojira. He is representing himself as he has freshly left his old team. He is EnDerr, the Odd.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Grand Platypus himself, the champion of the Southeast Asia region. He recently came second in DreamHack Oceania. DreamHack Fall, I should say. Opening up with a 12 pool, it is MeomaikA.
In my head, MeomaikA immediately messaged Gogo Joey after that final ace match. I was like, what happened? What did EnDerr do? And Gogo Joey was like, he 12 pool link flooded me. And Mio was like, which map was this, brother? Jagannatha, say no more. But EnDerr scouts this, so.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused as to what just happened. EnDerr was actually going for a proxy hatch. That's why that's what, like, look at the link flood. Like, sorry, the Marines.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Marines. The minerals. Because of the mineral flood that he had, like, suddenly, like, everything came into chaos because of the 12 pool. Now the links are across the map. There's still no gas taken, by the way. Like, EnDerr, like, things are kind of falling apart a little bit for him.
Oh, he's controlling his drones extremely well, though. Very good surrounds on top of these links. It's inevitable that he'll lose a bunch of them. But at the very least, he will defend that natural base for now.
Yeah, and things are looking really bad because EnDerr now is down in workers. He's down when it comes to his gas count. He does have a faster hatchery at least. But yeah, he sustained a lot of losses there, mate.
That he has. Well, he's up a base. He's up hatchery, but he's not saturating either of them. I guess he has one larva, but doesn't really have the resources to utilize that larva yet.
Yeah, exactly. And he still hasn't taken his gas either. Like, his gases are so delayed.
Well, who needs gases when you can go Mass Queen? Although MeomaikA is the player to do that, and he's getting gases, so.
It's very true. It's very true. Meanwhile, here we go. The links of EnDerr. They have to do something here. Ooh, they do get one drone. Meanwhile, what's interesting is that MeomaikA is not stopping the queen production, mate. I'm feeling a waddle, mate. I'm feeling
for it. Yeah.
You know what I want?
I mean, what else could it be?
I want the queens to waddle across the map to meet a bunch of queens of EnDerr, and then we're gonna have some queen on queen action.
Spicy queen on queen action.
Oh my god.
But yeah, honestly, I have been pretty impressed with how EnDerr has controlled, his drones at the start, his lings even in the counter harass. He's doing as much as he can with so little. Now he's finally overtaken MeomaikA once again in the work account, but tech-wise, he is very far behind, especially since he's only now getting his gases.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's gonna have to go straight into roaches, which is exactly what he's doing. Meanwhile, the lings will show up. Because of how late all of this is, by the way, I kind of like this from MeomaikA. MeomaikA is taking the rest of his gases, he's getting a lair, and he could be wanting to go into a Spire.
I mean, why not at this point, take advantage of how late everything is for EnDerr. What anti-air is he gonna get? Spores? Okay, maybe spores.
Maybe. But here we go. The lair's about to finish up. All 4 gases have been taken. There's no Roach Warren. This has to be Spire. And
It has to.
It has to be Spire, right?
I kind of want a Lignitus, but yeah, Spire would probably be the most effective.
So you're gonna say Infestation Pit or something like that. Like.
Nah. Infestation Pit would take too long. It is in fact going to be a Spire.
And there's a big difference between MeomaikA when he tried to do this in his series against Gogojoy, and if you remember, I think it fell in its face and Gogojoy killed him.
Yeah.
But the
remember
problem is that Joy, when that happened, he was already working on like a big 2-base like roach push. EnDerr, this feels like kind of like a plan B, and it feels a little bit late. Like this doesn't feel anywhere near as aggressive as Joy was in his series.
Man, this feels more like a plan D.
Yeah.
For EnDerr. He wanted to go for that proxy hatch. That was plan A, couldn't do it. So then he had to defend. It's plan B. Then he lost a bunch of drones. So onwards to plan D.
Yeah, and because of that, these mutas will finish. There's no threat of MeomaikA dying before that happens. And once the mutas pop out, 1, MeomaikA is going to get map control. 2, MeomaikA could also make it a nightmare for EnDerr to try and take a 3rd base.
Absolutely could. Doesn't matter that all of these roaches are out. They can't shoot up.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much for a Mutalist to just snipe a single drone as it makes its way towards that base.
Exactly. Meanwhile, mutas are now on the way. 8 of them to be exact. There is a 3rd base for MeomaikA, so now he can start droning up and, you know, get into the swing of things. Meanwhile, EnDerr is still stuck on only 2. He's actually keeping an eye out for a Nidus. Or a drop.
I told you! It would be a way to end the game. EnDerr's aware of that, so he wants to prevent it.
Mutas are coming across the map. EnDerr does spot them with a changeling, so now he's well aware. He can start his spores. There we go. But this 3rd, I don't know about it.
Uber vulnerable right now. I will say that EnDerr right now, or MeomaikA right now, only has Mutalist, so you know there is a chance that EnDerr will be able to seek that out, but not when the Mutas go back towards that location. He's actually not bothered. He wants to kill drones.
Interesting choice. He does get 2 drones in total. But if he allows this 3rd base to go up, then that's gonna be a massive like weight off the shoulders of EnDerr. And yeah, he's not going for the base.
Nope. He's actually just playing with EnDerr's emotions right now. It's like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it.
I mean, mate, he's looking for their surround on the queens. Here come the lings.
Like so. This is what I love about MeomaikA. He's always thinking a step ahead. How do I draw these queens out so I can surround them with the lings? But now the queens are in position, as is a spike crawl. That was a kill, not a cancel. 0 refunds here for EnDerr. And now MeomaikA on a very comfortable base and worker lead and tech lead.
Mate, you were talking about MeomaikA thinking 10 steps ahead, and I think that's exactly what just happened. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to attack the 3rd base a little bit too early because it would just get canceled. He wanted to kill.
Absolutely.
And he got it, mate.
He actually factored that in.
Yeah.
No one understands the human brain better than MeomaikA. Which is scary.
Should have been
to admit.
Could have been a brain surgeon, man. Could have been.
I do not want to think about that.
Oh my god. But with that, MeomaikA, man, he's got like a massive lead. He's got his muta count. He's working on +2 flyer attack, by the way. He already has +1.
But I feel like, I don't know, MeomaikA might be committing a little bit too much into mutas here. EnDerr is continuing to build up his roach count. He's investing heavily into them. Tunneling Claws on the way.
True.
+2 range. He's able to survive and, you know, sneak these around. He will be able to get a little bit of a base trade going on with MeomaikA.
He could. I mean, his hand may be forced because right now the spore just went down. Now the 3rd base is under threat once again. MeomaikA, he wants to force at least a cancel here, and he could. But now the roaches are going across the map, and MeomaikA hasn't noticed.
And he has not. Tunneling Claws is working out. I will say, though, that since EnDerr prioritized his attack upgrades instead of his carapace, MeomaikA won't have too much difficulty, or I should say as much difficulty, dealing with the roaches with mutas as he normally would. He needs them in position, though.
Yeah, that he does. Meanwhile, the lings, they get here just in time. The mutas are on the way back home. It looks like some of these roaches will go down, but the ones at the 3rd at least will still deal a lot of damage.
I was doubting that for a second, but then all of a sudden they blinked and 12 drones went down. No detection, no overseers here for MeomaikA, I should say. He does have spore crawlers, kills the base, and that's finally a bit of a victory here for EnDerr in game number 1.
And it's so annoying trying to chase down all these roaches because they're everywhere. Like they're in the main base, they're at the 4th base, they're outside the 3rd as well. And MeomaikA is really struggling to defend all his places at once.
Oh yeah, it's really hard to split up your army to deal with these roaches when your army are mutas. Even though they are very well upgraded, they still take a little bit of time to deal with these roaches.
Yeah,
It's
and
kind of hard to judge when you should split up your muta count.
it's one of those things where even though finally MeomaikA cleans them up, more roaches are coming in. Oh, it looks like MeomaikA will just barely catch them. This is so important. And behind this, EnDerr, he is making nothing but hydras.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't droned up, because MeomaikA still has a worker lead here,
True,
but
very true.
yeah, he is starting to work on that counter to the Mutalist. Groove Spines is about to finish up. I feel like MeomaikA should just throw down a Spine Crawler at each of his base and then go across the map with his mutas.
This is what he should. This
this
is what he
point.
should do. This is what I mean. Again, these roaches, they just keep on popping up. Thankfully, this one again should be dealt with. There we go. The mutas are in position. We should see some stack defense relatively soon. But is there an answer to all these hydras? Because the answer to hydras are Ling Bane, and I don't think MeomaikA has a baneliness. No, he does not.
That he does not. I feel like fighting these Hydras with pure mutas are fine. Fighting these Hydras of mutas is fine for MeomaikA, but fighting Hydras and Queens with mutas, not so much.
Yeah, now the roaches are hitting the main base once again. Like MeomaikA, he's being split apart right now. He has a mass muta flock, which is great. He has a focus with mutas, but as you said, like Queens and Hydras, they don't fare too badly. But ooh, the Queens are being focused down.
Yeah, they're very isolated. Forced to use Transfuse on themselves and not on the Hydralisk. MeomaikA can defend with mutas from here. I mean, that Hydra count isn't massive, but it's starting to really ball up. Never underestimate the range of Hydras. You are never going to be able to utilize dead air to take out Hydras with Mutalisks.
True, but you do need a lot of them. Okay, there we go. The reinforcements finally do meet up here for EnDerr. This engagement is still going to be pretty big. There may still be enough mutas to overwhelm all these Hydras. He's going in.
Oh, and he is. Mutalisks do have a little bit of splash damage on them, and look at those volleys pop off. EnDerr very much clumping up those Hydralisks, and MeomaikA. Carapace is about to finish up. He takes his engagement. He doesn't even need that +1 Carapace. Fly Carapace. GG. MeomaikA gets revenge for Gogo Joey, at least on a Jaganatha. With that 12 Fool.
GG. What a game there. I was really concerned. EnDerr was missing a crucial piece there. One, he was forced to attack because he wasn't droning up, right? With his Hydras and his Queens. If he was droning up, then we could have maybe seen something that we see many other Zerg players do when they go up against Mass Muta and get a Spellcaster. Whether it's an Infestor for Fungal or a Viper for Parasitic Bomb. Something, right? Something to
Or
help.
both, if you can afford them.
Or both. Just something to help support your Hydras, because as we saw towards the end there, even though they were Queens, even if they were together with the Hydras, like the Hydras are so squishy that they just get one-shotted anyway. There's not enough time to transfuse.
I take that as a challenge.
Okay.
Any Zerg player out there, you think you can beat that reaction time? You think you can get them transfuses out? I would like to see it, personally.
Yeah.
I want to see Light being proved wrong, and I'm sure Light does too, because that would just be an impressive display.
It would be insane. Like, the amount of APM that you would need. You'd need, like, rapid-fire transfuses on point, you know? Like,
you would need, like, rapid-fire enabled in-game, and then some kind of hack on your keyboard to, like, increase the refresh rate or something.
Oh, God. I don't know. Maybe Cyril and Raynor could do it.
Yeah?
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah?
See.
Pretty fast.
They are pretty fast. Oh, God, but
Yeah, honestly, that was a game that started from the beginning, wasn't exactly going EnDerr's way. He did as much as he could with what little he had. It was really impressive to see him hang on, but he was fighting to... EnDerr at that point was just fighting to survive. MeomaikA was fighting to win.
yeah, pretty much. Shout out to MeomaikA, by the way, for not, like, faltering at all and just committed to the Mass Muta. Didn't even make any Lings to support on the ground.
Who needs a ground army when we're taken to the skies? It's a new era.
Exactly.
We have flight travel.
Christ, it was insane. Oh.
There's Meo. As we continue our series here for the first time on Romanticide LE in the top left-hand corner map, swinging all the way in the top left-hand corner. He has been on a very long hiatus, but he's finally back and already in the grand finals. He is a Blue Zerg player from the Philippines, currently representing himself as he is currently teamless. El Conquistador himself, Caviar Napoleon Maquises Acampado EnDerr. The odd.
Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player currently up 2-0 in this best of 5 series. He is the champion of GPO. Will he remain so after this series? It is MeomaikA.
It really feels like MeomaikA is even more fired up now that he's up against EnDerr.
Yeah, in multiple ways than one, because you can look at it like differently, right? It could be like, yo, he's fired up because it's like a new challenger approaches, you know? Like, oh, it's not Go-Go Joey? Oh my god, who are you? Or it could be more along the lines of like, hey, where's my boy, you know?
Yeah, you know? My fellow Lokinson.
Exactly, he's not here, you know, didn't even get second. And we'll see how this, yeah?
Or it could be, you know, he had a longer break, watched some bodybuilders, and now he's fired up.
It's... what does that mean? What is that?
It means he feels the heat of pumping iron.
Uh-huh. He's gonna shock the muscle.
Yeah. It's gonna... Oh, what's it called when a bodybuilder flexes in the pose? It's not just a flex, it's like...
Pose?
No, I mean, it is a pose, but I mean, there's like a term for it.
He's gonna, like, contort his muscle. I don't know.
Flex it? Question mark?
Yeah.
Is that just it? Is that just it? I'm pretty sure there was like a different one.
Maybe there's a specific term. Like flex?
Well, I mean, it is technically a flex, but it's like...
Uh-huh.
They don't call it a flex.
Speaking of not calling it a flex, something very interesting has happened. MeomaikA went for a pull first, and I was really curious to see as to what it was for. It is for a very, very fast lair.
We're getting mirrors again. Yeah. If all... Well... If MeomaikA isn't looking to, you know, subvert everything, we understand. He's walling off on 2 bases. He's getting his gas.
Yeah.
But he's only getting 1 additional gas for now. Is he getting the other 2?
I mean,
the other 2.
You can get a 3rd gas and throw down a Spire. We'll see
and
what...
then get your 4th later on. But...
Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. Meanwhile, the lair is just about to finish up. The wall is a wall, and what is that for? Oh my god!
I told you, Light!
Like I told you 2 hours ago, and finally it's paying off.
I told them a game ago, and I mean, EnDerr even was kind of half expecting it in the previous Jagannatha game,
True.
but now we are getting it. Are we getting Roachnitis? Yep, Roachnitis is going to be the answer here, not Lingnitis.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That is why not all the gases have been taken. You don't need them. You only need 2 here, and the problem is that EnDerr's in the dark, and he hasn't checked the gases. Finally, he's diving into the main, and with this, he will confirm it is not a Spire.
And he sees this a 2-base lair timing. Now he sees the Nidus, but it's already emerging right outside the 3rd base of EnDerr.
May, there's nothing here. There's no army. There's 0 army.
What little army EnDerr has is in his main base when it's in the 3rd.
Oh my god. Spines are being thrown down in a panic here at the natural base, but they're not going to finish. The boys are being pulled, and it's even then, it's not going to be enough.
Mio does not even waste his time on that 3rd base. He jumps straight for the throat, and that throat is breaking.
That it is. The roaches are not enough. The spines will not finish. Every single worker just went down, by the way. EnDerr being a little bit too greedy, and again, being in the dark to what MeomaikA was doing. Maybe assuming that it was going to be a Mutaplay once again, when really it was at Nidus.
Yeah, honestly, Mutaplay would be what do you expect, right? We're on romanticide. It's a 2-base timing. But Mio, he subverts everyone's expectations, especially his opponents.
Exactly.
And now he is prime on his way to the victory. Another championship under his belt. He just needs to keep pushing with these queens and these roaches.
And that is exactly what he does, as he pushes his way all the way into the main base. There's no workers at all at the at the natural and at the third, and GG gets called.
Well played, says EnDerr, and well played indeed. MeomaikA winning. Honestly, it feels like he's been winning the psychological battles more than anything. And he translates it to a victory. GG. What a finals.
What a finals. GG, well played. MeomaikA takes the series, but I also want to give some praise to EnDerr because it was very impressive for him to make it to the finals and to stop Gogojoy from getting there. Again, showing that he is still one of the best Zergs in the region.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a reason why he's a pillar of that Bermuda Triangle. There's a reason why he's basically been absent from online tournaments for the entirety of 2020. And then all of a sudden he's the DreamHack winner champion for Oceania.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for DreamHack. Again, it's only in a couple of weeks. All these players are going to be there competing, trying to participate in that playoff brackets. And again, like, both these players should be there. They should be there, at least in the group stage. And I can't wait. Can't wait.
Winter is coming. We're about to wrap up 2021. We're about to wrap up 2021.
I can't believe the year's almost over, mate. It's almost over.
I feel like it's still 2020.
It's still 2019, mate. It's still,
it's still 2019, yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe that 2019 was the year of BrizCraft. Like,
I can't believe it, yeah. I can't believe 2019. Man, I can't believe 2019 was the first of the last year. I got to meet you guys.
Yeah, hopefully not the last year for much longer. You know, I'm sure eventually we'll return to Singapore.
You're vaccinated.
I am.
Well, halfway.
True, halfway
Yeah.
there. But
as Bon Jovi says.
Again, congratulations to our players, to our finalists. Shout out to the people who supported this tournament. There he is, MeomaikA Cat in the chat. He did it for you. He did it for you, Papa Loken.
And he did it for you, brother Joey.
Oh god, again, when it comes to ZvZs, MeomaikA never disappoints. Never disappoints. It also helps that, again, like, there are just so many good, strong Zerg players in this region. That's why he's able to excel and flourish in it.
Practice so much against them. Eventually, you get pretty good.
Yeah.
You learn a thing or two after a while.
You really do. You really do. And with that, oh god, what a tournament. Yaku, do you have anything else you want to add about said tournament? Like, damn.
This is just a return to the Bermuda Triangle, mate. We're getting the full triangle, plus the shark, plus the stork, plus the ranger.
Plus the mate.
Plus the mate. Yeah, plus the mate. Plus the body double.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun today. Again, something that we lacked was Australian representation. Unfortunately, Oreo was busy with his studies, and Starduck was busy sleeping for not a starter.
Well, we don't quite have a date for it yet, do we? But I'm sure a lot of our Australian players, and you know, it's coming up pretty soon. A lot of our Australian and New Zealand players are preparing for ANZ champs. We know that it'll probably happen. It'll start at least sometime before the DreamHack Oceania qualifiers, but
yeah. I mean, I don't.
Pretty soon.
I don't think a schedule has been released, but I'm pretty sure it's on Wikipedia. Day 1 of ANZ champs. It's this weekend.
There we go.
There we go. This weekend. So that is going to be upon us. That is what the ANZ players have been practicing and preparing for. Unfortunately, we didn't see any here. But again, I'm sure a lot of them want to keep a bunch of their builds hidden from prying eyes.
That they will. And that, I kind of forgot today was Wednesday. You know, Wednesday is a good day for GPO.
It is. It is. No GSL.
No GSL. And we finished just before DreamHack.
I forgot about that. True. DreamHack is around the corner, everyone. The DreamHack,
Like 20 minutes.
the DreamHack season finals is going to start any moment now. Yesterday was the first group with Hero Marine, Neeb, who else? SOS and Parting.
Parting. Yep.
Yeah.
Protoss group. Now we have the reverse of that, and where it's Clem, Buddy Special, and Max Packs. This is a group where I want everyone to make it out.
Yeah. I mean, every group is kind of like that for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Group C.
Yeah, at the moment.
I want Scarlet because Scarlet has been doing so well lately. I want Time because Time's my boy. I want Probe because ANZ. I want Dark because Dark is goddamn dark.
Yeah, we have to wait for Group C for the Zergs. Until then, no Zergs at all, and feels bad, man. But I got some faith in
PBT.
Yeah, I got some faith in Scarlet and Dark. I got some faith.
Scarlet's been on the up and up.
She has been. She's been practicing hard.
Ever since she signed to Shopify Rebellion.
Been good. It's been a good time. But yeah, with that, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Again, this is a weekly tournament that we host every single Thursday or Wednesday. Kind of depends.
It's gonna be Wednesday for the foreseeable future, but if any changes in schedules happen, if yeah, anything comes up, then we'll probably shift it back to Thursdays, not Tuesdays. Definitely not Tuesdays. There's too much happening on Tuesdays. Holy moly, happens on Tuesdays.
Yeah, not Tuesday. Yeah. But yeah, that's what Grand Platypus Open is. So if you want to tune in weekly to players like from Southeast Asia, like MeomaikA, Joey, EnDerr, as well as some ANZ players like Oreo, Starduck, Pez, Azure, then this is where it typically is. But of course, we'll be going on a bit of a break in a couple of weeks for the DreamHack qualifiers. We do prioritize that. Also, the DreamHack main event, once that comes around, as it's right around the corner as well. Just everything is just piling on.
I got flashbacks.
Yeah. But
you're gonna start stockpiling hot sixes.
Yep, it's the last one of the year. We're gonna make it, Yaku. We're gonna make it.
Woo!
And with that, Yaku, you're gonna be streaming at some point this year, maybe even tomorrow.
This year, I mean, we're about to conclude it. It's like, the year. No, yeah. I'm feeling a little bit of a drive to do something. Well, not a drive, but felt a bit of an urge to, just get on stream and yell at chat.
Mm-hmm.
Even though chat is like being lovely and doing nothing wrong, still yell at them.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, I just need to get over the thing where I'm always like, I don't want to do a short stream, but I could feasibly do short streams this week. Next week though, I want to do StarCraft into Final Fantasy, just because DreamHack and GSL have got me back a little bit hype again. I do feel a bit of that urge, but.
Okay.
If I ladder this week, I probably won't stream it. Or I might, but it'll only be like a 1.5 hour stream.
I'll be looking forward to it when it does happen. Of course, that's going to be over at Yakuzaku 1 on Twitch.
Oh my god, I completely forgot.
And where on Twitter?
Where you can find me. Twitter.com at Empora Yakuzaku. Exclamation mark Discord as well in the chat. You can find me there. You can find there all the Cranky Ducklings and all the Cranky adjacents. But most importantly, the bot that tells you when we go live. When I go live. So yeah,
the best spot.
If you don't want to follow me on Twitter, you don't have to. Yeah, and I don't recommend you don't follow me on Twitter.
God.
So,
shaking my head. Meanwhile, you can follow me at light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I do stream occasionally throughout the week. I'm probably going to have a ladder session tomorrow, maybe around midday. We will see. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun laddering, dying to every single Protoss that you can imagine. It's if you want to see that, check out my stream. It's happening. I'm sure it happens on Yaku's stream as well.
Yeah, if you want to see a Terran player dying to every single Zerg player out there, twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. My TVP has actually been like 50-50 this season.
Ooh, Okay.
All right, yeah.
Fair enough.
TBT is my best win. It's my best matchup, and I'm goddamn sick of it. I'm sick of TBT.
I feel your pain. With that, of course, we are done for the day. Yaku, do you have any final words for the people?
Enjoy GSL tomorrow, since we're not streaming that. But before that, enjoy DreamHack tonight.
Yep. DreamHack
as you finish enjoying GPO over here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, if you want to support us, you can check us out on Patreon. We do have our Patreon page set up to help support this tournament specifically, as well as everything else Cranky Ducklings related. So of course we do have that available. Otherwise, we appreciate the subscriptions. We were talking about it earlier. Shout out to Lord Logan, Dally, and many of our other subscribers in the Twitch chat. And we will see you guys on Friday for some SEA Duckling Open.
That we will. It feels so weird not to say see you guys tomorrow for SEA Duckling Open. I used to be yeah, 2 days from now on Friday, giving Seal a bit of a break. Give me a bit of a break. Give me Light a bit of a break. Give Kuro a bit of a break. Everyone gets a break and in between, you know?
Yep. We'll see you then. Ciao.
Bella.